Ooh, hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Thanks for joining me today on my Tuesday live stream with photo editing, where you can submit your images and I edit them live here during the stream. And then also, I always put out my image out so you can edit. And I got whatchamacallit, uh, I guess it was a post in my forum from Neo where he talked about how he edits his photos because I always like, how he edits my photos. And he said he uses Capture One. He goes into great length explaining how he edits. So definitely check out my forum for that post from Neo. But he also said something else really nice, because he said he likes to be able to edit my photos. I mean, first of all, he said he likes seeing different perspectives on his own photos. It's helped him a lot, which is great. Because he's already a fantastic editor, in my opinion. But he also said that it helps when you can edit someone else's photo, right? Because he doesn't always get the opportunity to go out and shoot. And he likes to get photos from others or to challenge him, especially when they're more difficult. So definitely check that out. And let me get the chat window up. I can read what everybody's doing here. Okay, music. Hi, Trevor, Dawid, awesome, John Yutze, Serge. Oh, Peter's live in 30 minutes. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't intentionally try to overlap his stream. So mine will be short today. I didn't get too many images today because I kind of posted too late. And this time slot is not quite as popular as the other time slots. So it's a nice small group here in the mornings. But okay, let me get right to the pictures. And I'll flip over. Let me just arrange the screens. I always time these live streams too tight together. Not really. I should just end the other one sooner, but I'm always having such a good time on that one as well. I really like doing both streams. I should just do a 24-hour stream one day. Then I don't have to worry about competing. Like, just 24 hours, I'm going to say, okay, the first 2 hours is just chit chat, second 2 hours is photo editing, then 2 hours of chit chat, then maybe take an hour break for lunch, and then keep going, and then do that 3 times, right? 3 6-hour blocks with 1 hour block break. Wow, that would be crazy. Man, if you think I look tired now. Anyhow, let me flip over to the other screen. Yes, this one. Yeah. And let me just zoom this in a little bit so I can read it easier. I like to read watch the streams after the chat or after the stream's over, and it's just easier to see when I play back the comments if they're a little bit bigger. Sounds awesome. Flask of coffee, right? Okay, I did download the images. Let me find them real quick. I have a folder just for the streams. I can shrink this down a little more. Okay, let's get started. We have a picture here from Randy Schrar. Awesome. Always good to get pictures from. I've only seen a couple images. I think this is only the second or third one. But it looks like the EXIF here is EM10 Mark III with the kit lens 14-42 at 14 millimeters ISO 200, 1 second exposure at f11. Wow, so you're really trying for these longer exposures. Interesting. It has a slight effect, right? The long exposure. It doesn't quite smooth out the water, but it does. give it kind of a painterly look here, which kind of matches this painting here. Oh, where's my timer? I don't really need a timer today. There's not too many pictures. But yeah, I like this. I like this painting here. I mean, I've never been a big fan of taking a picture of a picture, but this one is kind of interesting. It actually goes with the scene here in a way. And I like the little bird. I think compositionally, I'm thinking maybe a vertical even. Um, like that. A little too tight. Yeah, let's try that. And then let me see where the colors are. I like that. I'm gonna add the sharpening back in because it's just a hair soft at 1 second. I think that's what's causing it. I'm gonna pull back the saturation here. Well, this is a JPEG, so that's why the pop art filter didn't quite do what I was expecting. The art filters work better with RAWs than they do JPEGs. What does black and white look like? Let me take the pop art filter off. It's not working. Go back to normal saturation. Let's just work with the tone curve. Yeah, we got a lot of room. Let's compress it a little bit. Add some contrast with tone curve. Yeah, I like how that picture's coming out. At least the frame here. I just need to straighten it. Some vignette and I'll be done. Not crazy about all this sky. I'm gonna go to a square crop. Come in here. Yeah, that's working better. Now I have this little line here leading up to this photo. I have this kind of in the lower thirds. Less sky, less sand. And the blues, I need to shift the blues a little bit more teal if I can. Maybe some dehaze. I might have to adjust the tone curve a little bit. Let me pull up right here a little bit more. And what did I say I was going to do? Oh, the sky. A little bit more teal. That's saturation. Teal, and the yellow's a little more red. All right. Need to straighten it just a tiny bit more. Okay, that's, yeah, I'm out of time anyway. But there's the before and after. I think that looks good. I like how that came out. I need to make the sand. I mean, it's a little bit more surreal than it was. The picture on the left is a little more realistic. But I think that came out pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it's a really nice shot, right? Thanks, John. Thanks, everyone. All right. Oh, a rainbow. Man, what were you at, like f20? Look at the spots on this lens. Let's look at the X up here. Who is this? DeMorgan. F22. Yeah, whenever I start seeing spots on the sensor, it's because you're a very high aperture. In God's name, why would you shoot at such a high aperture? 1/45th of a second. Oh, it's super bright. See. Still, man, this F22, that had to be a mistake. I can't imagine you would do that on purpose. But maybe there's something I don't know about taking rainbow pictures, right? Maybe you're supposed to use a high aperture. Oops, timer. All right. Okay, so we are in spot hell here because of all these spots. I'm just going to crop a little bit off the side here. Let's see if a square crop will fit everything. Yeah. We get those lamp posts. A little bit of straightening. And hey, nature. The workspace is better on a Mac. That's good to know. I've heard both. Some people had problems on their Mac, couldn't even get it to run, and you're having a good time with it. Dang, I don't know if I have a big enough brush to fix these spots, but let's see. Smaller brush. More blurring. Okay, give that like an hour to render. It's killing my computer. Am I even on turbo mode? Let me see. Yeah, I am. So that's pretty much it. Um, okay, it's rendering. All right, let's see if we can bring out some of the colors. And oh, let me try pop art here. I'm not a big rainbow picture guy. Okay. It's like 4 minutes to do 2 edits, 2 adjustments on this computer today. Why is it so slow? All right, that looks good. Now let's back off the let's back the saturation off just about 1 click. As always, I like a tiny bit of vignette, but I'm just going to go light on it here. Yeah, I have a hard time with rainbows too, music. Back off the saturation just a little more. Double check my crop. That looks good. I wish I had a little more on the bottom. But okay, that's all I can do there. I need to spend a little more time on the spots, but I got most of the spots out. There's still some down here at the bottom. That looks pretty good. Then some sharpening. It needs a little sharpening. But there we go. And again, spend some more time on the spots, and Ellie's getting excited about something. Hold on. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is from Roberto, and we have an EM10 Mark II with a 17 f1.8 at f2.21640, ISO 200. Yeah, good settings. Awesome settings, actually. This is interesting. I think I see what you're trying to do here with the framing here, with the reflection, maybe. Your dog's ear just pricked up. I know, right? When my dog hears barking on TV or something, he like looks around. And after a few more barks, she says, "Oh, it's just a TV," and then stops. I'm gonna go in a little bit tight here. I appreciate the framing you were trying to do, but it's not working. Going really tight. Yeah, it feels like it's upside down, doesn't it? Try this. Go out a little bit wider. Try a little square. Not getting the framing like. Oops. Tight. Yeah. Side. All right, I'm gonna go with that. Still not quite what I want. Definitely, let's see what the pop art does to the blues. Oh. Let's not do that. I think I can just work with the tone curve. Hopefully, I'm gonna get some contrast between the grass and the blue water. Like, I want to silhouette the grass. Let me try. Try something. I really go crazy. Oh, just a little bit in the corner here. Can't silhouette it really with the blue. It just looks weird. Black and white, and back to the tone curve. Let's do dehaze instead. Now pull the curve this way here. Okay. Oh, what a disaster. I was just trying to work the patterns and triangles in the grass, right? Um, there's got to be something right here because this is really interesting right here, but it's just all about the crop. I'm just not seeing maybe just this part. Um, yeah, the blue is popping better too, right? I agree. But okay, I'm sorry, Roberto. This is the direction I'd go because everything else in the image was this was all just a mess over here. I think I see you're trying to do this framing of the grass here, but this is tough, but I like all of the patterns. So what I would have done is I would have tried to frame it more with more sky in the image instead of having these trees nearby if that was at all possible during the walk, right? Okay. Tough one. Tough one. Huh. All right, let's hope we get something easier. Wow, this rocks. I like this. John follows. EM1X with a 12 to 45 at 42 millimeters f8, 1/80th, ISO 1000. Ah, that's interesting setting. 1000 ISO. I would have tried like at this distance, I would have tried probably f4, save 2 stops and use a lower ISO like ISO 400. And you would have kept the shutter speed the same, but uh, this is this is awesome. I never go in the rain, or I avoid it as much as I can. I'm gonna brush out, unless I can frame it. Let me crop it. I crop a little bit off the top. Light tilt. Press the tone curve again a little bit. The rain pop. The rain. The rain is right here in the middle too. Okay. Let's try muted. Uh, and the haze will bring out that rain even more. either dehaze or clarity, but let's try clarity because that's dehaze is jacking up the tree. See where that takes us, right about there. Oh my God, just render. Come on. Okay, I think that's about right. And crap. I want to adjust color, so I have to go back to natural. What I'll do is I'll tone the greens down. They're a little bit strong, and then crank up the reds, the oranges. If it ever renders, I don't know why it's so frustrating. Okay, so I need less greens. I like where the reds and oranges went. Let me add a little bit of yellow and magenta. And I can do a little bit with white balance too. Just go to 5800K. And I'm done. Time's up. Maybe a slight vignette. About a -8 or 9. And we'll give that a chance to render. All right, wait for it to render. Because it looks like crap right now. Oh, you know, my colors are a little bit off. Is the white balance. I should have left the white balance where it was. 50. Let's try 5300. Pull off a little bit there. Yeah, that helped. 5350. Magenta back. Oops. All right, now I'm done. Like I said, since we don't have a lot of photos, I'm going to take a little. I'm going to go over the 4-minute limit a little bit. Okay, we'll let that render, and that should look good. That's about 90% where I would go. Kind of crazy. I'm going to do one more thing. This picture is so good, you can really do a lot with it. Need to bring the blacks in a little bit more. All right, let's look at that. I think that needs to render a tiny bit more. Come on. But that's where I would go with this. In that direction. I think that looks really good. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Roberto. I appreciate that. All right, let's go to the next one. What do we have? Actually, we have quite a bit. I should not be taking too much time. This is from JC Nordman, sorry. And he used the no EXIF data, so I have no idea. Just a JPEG. Okay, so I think this needs to be black and white. So I'm going to do a quick edit. Do that. Oh, it's okay, JC. You're here, huh? How you doing? Let's do. I have mixed feelings about this poll here. Oh, it's a smartphone. Okay. Wish she was walking or he was walking into the frame. All right, wow, look at the compression here. Okay, and then a slight hint here and the opposite. Sharpness. Honeybee said, no, it needs both. You will lose context. Really? This poll adds context? I don't think so. I don't see any context of that poll, honestly, or what the context of that poll is. What the significance. I like a little bit cleaner, just a little less is more kind of idea. Shadow of the pole and the man. All right, let me throw the pole back in since I have a minute. I don't know what this pole is. It's just a pole. I like it without the pole better personally. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I think I'm done. So before and after. Ugh. My split toning is a little bit harsh, a little bit too much blue, but other than that, I think it's okay. Like I said, the pole didn't do it for me, but I like the yeah, I like the less is more kind of idea on this shot. It's really a cool shot though. Okay. And then let's see. Ivan says, "Hello, Rob. One question: why are you using Workspace instead of Lightroom?" Because most users on my channel are beginners and they don't want to subscribe to like Lightroom. They just use the Workspace that comes with. I'm sitting there talking and you can't even see me. But yeah, so you know, I got a lot of requests to only do it in Workspace, but people submit images from other cameras, the raw images, and Workspace can only open up Olympus. So I go back to Lightroom at the end to double check if there's any other cameras to edit. So I edit like Nikon, Canon, Sony, all of those in Lightroom, but the Olympus stuff I try to stick to just Workspace. And it does, you know, 90% of what I would do in Lightroom anyway. Lightroom has like light painting and some other gradation filters, which are nice. But I do the best I can with Workspace if I can. All right, let's see what we had. Wow, this is another picture of a picture, but you have like this motion blur in the middle, which is really cool. Gosh, this is an awesome picture. This is Marty McFly. I like this. Oh, thanks, JC. I appreciate it. Thank you, Serge. Straighten the line out. Yeah, I guess there was some straightening could be done. I didn't, but then the pole would have got into the frame. That was the only problem I had on the last image. Okay. So you did vivid. That's nice. So I'm going to leave it on vivid. Add some clarity. Sharpness. Oops. Add the saturation in. And this was the M1 Mark III, 1.6 seconds, so probably a live ND shot. Let's see. Auto, vivid, shutter priority, but maybe not. Just a handheld 1.6 second frame. Let's white balance this a little bit. I think on the white balance, we're at almost 6,000 K already. I want to cool this off. Let's try 4,000. A little bit too much. Do 4,500. Do a little straightening. I want this line to be straight. Yeah, right there. Now for framing, we're doing a good, you did a good job on the framing. I don't see anything else that would work except maybe trying to get rid of the fence a little bit on top. But then I'm losing the other part of the image here. I'm having trouble visualizing the crop that would look good. No, I think the way you had it originally was fine. All right, time's kind of up anyway. Yeah, I just don't like this fence, this fence up here. I gotta crop that out. Even if I lose some of the other side. What if I go all the way over? All right, the cropping is horrible, but this is the direction I would go. Man, I cooled it off, and this has got to be one of the worst edits I've ever done. There's just too many interesting elements here. I would have probably, gosh, I don't know what I would have done at this scene. I mean, the image before I started editing it looks better than my edit. Yeah. Sorry, Marty. I didn't do a good job here at all. I'm really sucking it today. Anything? That helps a little bit. All right, that's my edit. I'm sorry, Marty. All I did was add contrast and then cool it off slightly. I felt like it was a little bit too warm because of the lighting in the tunnel. But cooling it off slightly and then adding some contrast, it's just the framing I can't get right because of the fence. Fence is just very, very distracting to me. But everything else in the frame is so interesting, you can't really crop it, right? So the only other thing I can think of is a super wide crop. Where's my 16 by 7? Maybe that would work. Yeah, let's see how that looks. That kind of works. We'll let that render out. Okay. I like this crop a little better than the original. And the editing. So this is my final answer. Sorry I went way over the 4 minutes, but it was really an interesting picture. 3 moves in 1 minute. Yeah. The only problem is there's certain edits you should do before you do other edits. Otherwise it has to render everything. So what I'm noticing is I should do the spot brush last, the healing brush or whatever last, because that seems to eat up a ton of processing. So if I do that last, then I won't have to re-render those every time I do a slight change elsewhere. Okay. All right, so we have some evergreen here from Image Writer. Yeah, let's do square crop, tilt. So I'm gonna go monochrome because there's really only one color in here with a little bit of orange. Oh, let me look at the pop art real quick. Maybe. Uh, and let me look at a grainy film. Oh yeah, rainbows. Yeah, I know what you mean, DeMorgan. They can come and go very quickly, right? All right, so all I have to do now here. Yeah, that looks like crap. Let me just do it myself. Browns are where? Browns are way down there. I think I can bring those back. Oh, I don't have a just color either, so uh There, that helped a little. Rid of this pen. Okay. Let's see if a little bit of shift cooler way. Warm it up this way a tiny bit. The color is just pine. Okay, let me back the saturation off a little bit and I think I'm done. About a -1. See what low gradation, low key does. Okay, that helps a little bit. I just have to bring the shadows back up. Normal again. Okay. Not great. I wish I could control the individual tips, the yellows and things. I would crank it up, but I don't have the color. So I tried to do it with white balance by cranking it up a little. But there we have it, before and after. Hopefully that looks better. I think it does actually. It needs this, just a little bit more crispiness here. A little bit here, and the haze will give it a little more contrast too. So yeah, there we go. Let that render, but that I think is a good edit. That came out okay. Yeah, I like it. I like how the pines in the background sort of starburst around this one. In Photoshop, I would make these little yellow tips just a little bit brighter all the way around. But other than that, it looks good. Okay, nice shot there, Image Writer. Let's see. Oh, this is cool. Frame in a frame. We just need to get rid of this pipe down here and straighten it. This is more of a keystoning problem, actually. Why don't I have keystoning? Okay. Oh, it's a JPEG. That's why. All right, John. So if I can't keystone or correct or nothing, what am I going to do? All I can do is straighten. Right? But this is the problem. When I try to straighten it, this line is crooked, but then this line is straight. So we'll just have to split the difference. Let's at least have this line straight. I'm looking at this vertical line right here in the window. And there's some distortion. Can I do anything with distortion? Fading comp. I do have distortion control, but I don't have the right one. I need a keystone. Check this line. Do a little bit this way. Doesn't really fix the problem, but I need keystone comp, not parallelogram. But okay, so be it. That's that. Let's try vintage 3. Oh, gross. Okay, I like that. Let's just pull a little bit here and a little bit here. I don't know if I like that vintage. Let me back off. Look at it. Yeah, I don't really need the vintage. It's already pretty vintage looking. Oh, sorry, Elaine. I don't I don't even see your picture here. Okay. Let's see. The vintage filter actually, let me go back to that. I kind of liked it. I like it and I don't like it. Does that make any sense? I just need to warm up this image. I like the warming that the vintage did a little bit. Oh, I'm out of time. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. All right, before and after. So yeah, obviously I need the keystoning to kind of correct for this a little bit, but and peel off a little bit of magenta and I'll be okay. I think, yeah, I think that's a better crop at least. If you don't like all the colors I did, you know, this, I need to peel off a little more magenta. Maybe a tiny bit on the white. Or more on the contrast. There. Now I like it. Sometimes when I see the pictures side by side, I see a little bit more of what I need to do, like the before and after, but I think that looks good. Okay, yeah, nice shot, John. This is awesome though. Really awesome shot. All right. Let's see. This is Lauren. This is, I don't see Elaine's picture anyway. Sorry, Elaine. Lauren sent me a sepia. Big surprise. Actually, Lauren, I am a little surprised because normally you send me very punchy colors, but you're always ragging on me to try sepia. It's a little tight down here and PMI up here, I think. I'm gonna go vertical and if I even need that whole window. Hey, good night, Elaine. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see how that looks. there. A little bit more of them walking into the frame. Ah, the haze isn't doing what I want. Clarity. I think that's it. I mean, Lauren's images are really good or edited already. There's not much more to do. But I would just go with a vertical crop. I feel like there's just too much information on the left side, you know, with the tree and the numbers and another door and another window and then the brickwork or the corner of the building. So just going vertical, just again, less is more kind of thing, right? I mean, I kind of like the square crop, but I don't want to get too tight. Let me just look at one other thing. If we get in really tight, yeah, then I kind of lose a little bit of the window. I kind of like the window up here. So yeah, this crop is best. Because there's a little bit of a pattern here, right, with the blinds and the skirt. Kind of a pattern, parallel kind of thing. So, okay, nice shot. As always, Lauren. Always do a good job. And I did see that Canon for $9.99. Man, that's a everybody. The Canon RP with the 24-105 is on sale right now for $9.99, right? Just $1,000, and they include a bunch of other stuff with it. Photo bag and some software. Okay, so if you have any gas and you're itching to scratch full frame for some reason, that's a hard deal to pass up. All right, Wiley, let's see what we got here. I've seen this statue. We have this exact same one where I live here in Maryland. Uh, Definitely we have this. Now the question is, do we fix the white balance and go black and white? I don't know. Let me see, because the original image of this couple is black and white. Not that we need to do that, but I'm just curious. Let me try muted. Pull this white balance. Four by three. I kind of like the flare coming in on this side, but not the right side. Come in a little tighter on the bottom. Balance it out. Let me see if I got that right. Nope. Okay. I like this light flare here. And This looks a little green. Add a little more magenta. And go low key. Do I have any color adjustments? Let's do opposite. Let's bring up the shadows. And I need a heavier vignette. Right there. Good. And I wish, there's a tiny bit of noise. I didn't even look at the EXIF here. EM5 Mark II, 12 to 40 Pro, 25 millimeters, f22, 13 seconds. So it's this f22 is kind of really, I know you have to do it sometimes. That's why it's a little bit soft. Where's my, I need to go back and put the noise filter back in. Try low. Oh, I'm out of time here. All right, that's good. That's, again, we're at about 90% of what I was thinking. So it's mainly just fixing the white balance. I need to do a little straightening. I didn't get to that, but it's mainly the white balance and the crop. Everything else is pretty straightforward. You know, add contrast, a little vignette, and voila. And the auto gradation to bring up the shadows a little bit, maybe. But okay, nice shot. And then, of course, this is so easy to convert to black and white. Now, let's just put a grainy 2 on it. That might make it look more like the original, but you know, I think the color is more interesting, right? So, okay, let's go. Oh, last one here. Oh, this is a viewer edit, so we're done. Let me put this into the right folder. Okay. All right. Oh, thanks, John. Let's see what you guys did with my picture. Now, the original image. I don't need a timer. Let me look at the original image here, which was, I'll pull it up for you. Yeah, here it is. So here's the original image, right? Pretty flat. So there's lots. I didn't edit this picture myself actually. But when I saw it, I said, "Oh, this would be a great one for you guys to edit because there's lots of things to work with because the image is very flat and there's lots of interesting things here." So where's workspace? Here we go. That and that. All right. Well, let's see what you guys did. My edit on yours is a late entry. Okay, I'll look for it. I'll look for it. Deb is always doing this and finding it. Look at this. She found another face in the rock here. And I'm sure if you look at this, there's another couple of eyes here. And kind of a face. Looks like a dog's face right here, like a poodle right in here. Wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah, every time I look at her shots, you know, the longer you look at it, the more you see. But that's cool. Thanks, Elaine. Or I'm sorry, Deb. All right, let's see. We got, oh, this is a good crop. I like it. And a kind of a vintage looking processing. It almost looks film-like. I like this. I feel like I shot this with my old Kodak camera film. Yeah, faces in the rocks, right? There's all kinds of things going on. Sorry, this is like a 10 or 20-second delay on the chat when I'm looking at it. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got one here from Dawood. Dawood, oh nice, nice black and white. Good soft tones, but you kept the highlights in really nicely. I like it. And of course, the white framing always just, it's just a nice little polish on the end there, right? Okay, this is from John Follows. Good crop. It's too bad the image is a little soft, right? I don't know why. I feel like a little sharpening would help. But that's a, maybe it's just a crop and it's, you know, it's a kit lens, right? So what are you going to do? Oh, the sharpening helped. Yeah, that helped. That looks good. That's a good crop. Let's see what we got here from Joni. Ah, this is almost like a partial color on the green. And then still some soft colors everywhere else. Oh, my big head's in the image. Yeah, this is cool. And I like this very, very wide crop too. It really cuts out a lot of the, it just focuses right on this one line of, you know, water coming down. All right, and here we have one from John Follows. Another square crop. Good. Or did I feel like I just looked at this one. Yeah, sorry, duh. Okay, I looked at that one. All right, here we go. No, the other raw. Sorry. David, what are you referring to? This one? All right, let's go down here. Oh, okay. This is from Roberto. Good edit. Really focused on the blues and the yellows here. Because the greens are almost washed out now. But somehow the greens are still here. This is, I guess, more of a yellow green, that's why. But these greens got almost washed out. And yeah, nice square crop. Interesting, it's very cold and kind of warm at the same time. There's good contrast here. And I didn't realize my image was so soft though. Gosh. I'm gonna have to work on that. You had a diorama in mind, but it went this way. Yeah, diorama would be a little bit weird. I don't know, it might have worked though. Let's see. Where's the diorama? It kind of works. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we got. No Olympus raws. Oh, I gotta go back. Yeah, I gotta go into Lightroom and check. I think that's what you mean, right? We'll finish up this and then I'll check Lightroom for the other raws. You lost something in your edit. Okay. Wow, this, who is this? Image Writer didn't like the, he only liked the rocks and did a diorama. He cut out the kayakers altogether. Wow, I like this though. Very interesting edit. The diorama kind of worked here, I think. Yeah, that's nice. And let's see, we got one here from DeMorgan. Wow, this is another interesting edit. Mostly everybody's doing very different things with the colors here. So you muted the yellows and focused on the blues and greens on this one. Wow, and then of course some contrast, right? Because there was no contrast in the original raw image. It was very flat. But yeah, this works. This is from Serge. Serge did a little bit of a diorama effect, but not quite because there's nothing blurry down here. Wow, that looks really... This is the kind of picture you have to look really far away. Because up close, it's... I don't know, somehow it's hurting my eyes with this going blurry so quickly. But really good job on sharpening the photo up, and the contrast is excellent. Really good job there. This blur part is killing me though. It hurts my eyes. I don't know why. Making me dizzy or something. All right, let me look at let me go to Lightroom and then I'll go back and see. Well, let me do some checking here real quick. Oh, Elaine sent it in late. That's why. Okay. So here's Elaine's picture. As usual, really not much to edit with Elaine's images. I might pull back on the reds a little bit on this or go black and white, but you know, Elaine always really heavily edits her pictures, then sends them in. But that's cool. Nice image. And then Trevor, wow. So this is really low contrast and very cool, like almost like at night. I think you're trying to go for a nighttime type shot, like they're kayaking in the moonlight. That's kind of what this looks like. See, that's interesting. Different take. Everybody had very different takes on this image. And then let me see. Was there some other files? Oh, Dawood. Yeah, I always forget Dawood. All right, let me work on yours real quick. And there's probably some others in here. Oh, why is it doing that? Give me a second. All right, I have to... Okay, so we got a Canon. We did that one last time. L1, we've done those. Oh, gosh, why are these still here? Oh, I gotta synchronize the folder. Sorry. Synchronize. That'll clean it up. Yeah, I need to finish up here so we can go all watch Peter Forsgaard's live stream, right? All right, let's see what we got now. EOS 100. Okay, there it is. We have that one. I did that one, that one. Nothing there. All right, so it's basically just this one. All right, Dawood, I'm sorry. We're doing yours last, but we'll do this. Man, this is cool. So this must be one of those whatchamacallit, places that they dress up and stuff. So, and they got all these sepia images with white vignetting in the background. Just my style, right? Man, but this perspective is a little bit off. Like this line is straight, but then this is kind of crooked. I'm not getting that. Let me try something real quick. Let me just do an auto here and see what happens. Yeah, that's better. All right. And in the spirit of do it black and white color. I wonder if I can keep the color somehow. Wow, the guy's mouth is bloody. He must be a zombie. Or very sick. This is gross. What's this on his cot? Nothing. Oh, there's a reflection of a dude in a backpack here. So, and what's this down here? Light. All right, so let's crop out the unnecessary elements here. Do that. And let's fix this right here just a little bit. And oh, last year Halloween. Okay, I get that. Auto white balance it. And saturate tiny bit this way. Need more contrast. And you can sharpen and bit of color. It looks like a normal day in Glasgow. That's funny. I think, let's see how that looks. Whoops. I kind of like black and white better. Then you kind of lose the fact that he's got blood on his face. I'm going to go black and white. And just make it a little bit gritty. All right. There we go. So, before and after. Mainly it was cropping out sort of the distractions of anything that looks semi-modern relative to the image. A little grain here probably wouldn't hurt, but I think that looks really good. It looks a lot like you'd have to take a double take to see if this was a modern photo or not, especially if I add some grain in. If I add some grain, this, make it large, rough, right? It's like you'd almost have to look twice to see if that was a modern photo or not. I mean, the brickwork down here kind of gives it away, because you know that's like fake brickwork, right? But there, I think that looks good, with or without the grain. Okay. How come I can't get off this page? Where's my dang it. All right, everyone. Thanks thanks for sending in all your pictures. That was awesome. Awesome editing today, and good job on mine. I really appreciate you taking the time to edit my photo. as I said, it's always kind of neat to see what other people do with it. And I post them on my forum so you can see the edits, and you can actually comment on the individual edits that you guys do. You can kind of vote for the best one or ask how did they do this particular kind of edit. So I have a little pinned comment on the forum about how to comment on individual photos. So check that out. And I'm going to go over and watch Peter Forsgaard's live stream if he's still going on. So go over and check his out if you haven't left mine already. So thanks again for coming in.